Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome here as we get set for race weekend number 6 of the NNSCRA Hersheys Cup Series. We are getting set for the non-charter race here today at Infineon, our first road course race of the season. This track normally seems to be a fuel strategy type race whenever we come here. It doesn't matter what series it is, and coming off what was definitely a fuel strategy race last week in Atlanta, this should be very, very interesting. This is also where we kind of see the cream rise to the top. Those drivers that pride themselves as road course aces always circle tracks like this on their calendar as an opportunity to be able to try and find victory lane. As the front row going to be comprised of Alex Miller in the 75 Chevrolet out of Red Dragon Motorsports. Alex Miller 5th in the point stands, would love to be able to pick up a win and preserve himself in the top 5 in the stands. Of course, that's where you, at the end of the season, if you're there, you get one of the charters for Season 5 of the Hersheys Cup Series. Alongside of him, K Tsang, her teammate, Leon Alvarez, went to victory lane in the Hersheys Cup Series main event race last week in Atlanta. Would love to be able to try and find victory lane here today in another CJ Racing entry. Daniel Olson, Cody Smart, and Jordan Lopez will be the top 5 for the start of this race. We have 2 drivers that are returning to the series that are taking part here in the non-charter series, non-chartered rides. The number 096 of former chaser from Season 1, Noah Cars, and also NW Racing fielding a 3rd ride, the number 84 Advocare Dodge Dart of J Richardson, former chaser last season, making his return to the Hersheys Cup Series. But without further ado, let's go down trackside, get those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
We appear to have gotten Michael Buffer out here to the desert of Infineon, as we'll get ready to turn them loose in just a moment. Your top 5 coming into this race. Caleb Farrell is the points leader by only a meager 2 points over K Shearer. Daniel Gilbert is 3rd, Zachary Stoltz 4th, and Alex Miller 5th. Kind of interesting that out of our 5 race winners, 3 of them are inside of the top 5. Drivers will be trying to make their way into the top 5 here today. 6th in the stands, Alex Gray 7th, Paul Minnick, Dougie Shears 8th, Cole Deaver 9th, and Stephen Pollard III in 10th. Here we go, 12 laps of racing on tap, ready to be run. Green flag is out here at Infineon. Don't be surprised if we have a lot of cautions, especially one here on the first lap. They're all bunched up. They're all going to be driving for what it's worth to get every possible piece of track position. Caitlin Tsang might have a fender out in front. She clears for the race lead. Look at Alex Miller, Jordan Lopez, Paul Minnick, all going out into the grass. There's no grip out there. 3 wide further back there, I saw Daniel Gilbert and Seth Cole doing that. As they head through here, a very interesting entry into this corner. Taking a little bit of a wider bus stop turn. This is a much different Infineon from what we've run in past seasons. We have to see how it plays out. Caitlin Tsang showing the way. Battle is on for 2nd. Cody Smart has the spot. Daniel Olson trying to take it. Whoa, may have made a little contact, maybe a little bump going down here in the exit of the S's. Ford and Dodge battling for that spot behind the Chevy Impala. We got a battle actually on for the 4th position as well. M McIntire going to hold it away from DJ Kurtis as the caution is out. And we're under our first yellow of the day. Like I said, don't be surprised if we have quite a number of yellows, especially early on when they're all bunched up. That was the case. Yellow flag out here on the first lap of this event. Let's see who this might have involved. There's Noah Cars. Mentioned him making his return to the Hersheys Cup Series, and he could very well have been our first yellow. Oh, Henry Nova, last week's winner from Atlanta, is on pit road, along with Angel Navarro in the 98. Jonathan Zoerlein, who's had a couple of good runs past couple of weeks, he's on pit road. And Carson Gum, also some problems for the 85 car. And there's some cars back here with some damage. That's Trace Williams, left side damage on his NOS Dodge Dart. Just up ahead, some left side damage as well in the Klondike Chevrolet out of Climatech Motorsports, Charles Jackson. Oh, and it looks like both of our returning drivers got involved, maybe. There's some damage on just about every side of J Richardson's Advocare Dodge Dart. So it looks like a pretty big multi-car wreck put us under the caution for the first time here. I've been looking as they make their way around the track here for any potential skid marks to find out where the trouble spot was, but I guess we're going to have to rely on the replay for that. So K Tsang leads Cody Smart, Daniel Olson, M McIntire, and DJ Kurtis. Under our first yellow of the day, let's take a look at a replay. Alright, so first it's worth mentioning that Noah Cars actually came to pit road before we went to green, so he actually did not get involved in anything. He was actually way back because of coming to the pit lane. Here you see what happens. This did not bring out the caution, though. Contact there between Austin LaPlante and Trace Williams. A little contact as well there for Charles Jackson. That might have been where Jackson got his damage getting into the wall. And Trace Williams gets spun around in the grass, but that did not bring out the yellow. Let's try and find out what exactly did. It might have taken place somewhere around in here because there's the 84, 93, 41, 98, and we know that Zoerlein was on pit. Oh, Charles Jackson spun out back there. Must have wheel hopped over the curb. That didn't bring out the caution. Might be heading into this corner. There's Carson Gum as well. Saw him on pit road. So let's see if it was through this area of the track where the incident happened. They're three wide here with Chelsea Bowles, Elijah Gilbert, and Carson Gum. Chelsea Bowles wheel hops the curb, as does Nova, as does Navarro. And is it coming right here? No. Well, let's fast forward a little, see if we can find out. Don't know rightly where it was. Oh, right there, coming out of the S's. Richardson's gonna hook Carson Gum in the right rear quarter panel. And this is one of the worst places for a wreck to happen. I've seen this happen a lot here at Sonoma, and there you go, right into the wall goes Carson Gum. There's Henry Nova, nowhere for him to go. Oh, what a shot! Carson Gum up into the air after getting nailed by Jonathan Zoerlein. Steven Gonzalez gets involved. Look at everybody trying to get through as Carson Gum's car is over there in the breakdown area, still spinning on his roof. Navarro, I think, really didn't get involved that badly unless he hits the pit wall here. He may actually hit the pit wall. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And look at Carson's car, still spinning on its lid. Car is still not stopped. Boy, so Carson Gum, Henry Nova, Steven Gonzalez, Jonathan Zoerlein, along with Angel Navarro. Big time hit for a lot of these drivers. Hopefully Carson Gum's okay. That was a pretty volatile hit for that car, as well as for Jonathan Zoerlein. Let's go back, though, for the green flag. Well, we just missed the green flag. They are now up the hill, but we did just go back green here on lap number 4. K Tsang leading us back to the green. We should document the drivers out of the race after what we just saw. 4 of them in total. They include Carson Gum, Jonathan Zoerlein, Angel Navarro, and Henry Nova. So certainly a far cry for Henry Nova from where he was last week when he ended up going to victory lane in Atlanta. He will finish dead last here today at Sonoma. Battle going on for the 4th position. DJ Kurtis side by side with M McIntire. They made some contact right there. A little bit of a door bang. And DJ Kurtis is going to door bang right back. He just door banged M McIntire off the course and into the wall. DJ Kurtis wasn't going to take that, and the caution is out, I think, for the McIntire spin. Whoa. Look at this. Ryan George trying to get by DJ Kurtis. Not going to be able to do it. And we had a lead change. Dougie Shears on pit road. Lead change there. Cody Smart has taken the top position as we're under caution for the 2nd time today. I saw Chris Dollerton and Dougie Shears also on the pit lane. Both cars badly mangled. So I believe that the caution came out for the contact between DJ Kurtis and M McIntire, but we could have had a secondary with Shears and Dollerton. So Cody Smart is able to get the race lead away from K Tsang, and he will lead us under our 2nd caution of the day. Let's take a look at yet another replay. We had a lot take place on this lap as well. This is the battle between Seth Cole and Stephen Pollard III. Seth Cole's going to get on the rumble strips there. His car wheel hops. He's going to clip Stephen Pollard III. They're going to go spinning. And unfortunately, their momentum's not going to be broken, especially Stephen Pollard III's momentum. He's going to slide right back up in front of traffic, right in front of Sean Henley. Seth Cole's going to clip Quentin Moore and also get a hit there from Daniel Gilbert, Cole Deaver. There's Dougie Shears. He's going to get hooked straight. Look how the car never turns. And he's going to go in. He's going to, right into the tire barrier. And then Elijah Gilbert gets involved back here. There's the 53 of T Vernio. He's gotten involved as he ran to the back of apparently someone. It's Chloe Erickson that we're looking at. We're got the camera focused on. Steven Gonzalez, Caleb Farrell, the points gets involved. James Richardson, I think, got a piece of this one as well. There's another car spinning right there. I can't tell who that is. I think that's Trace Williams and Charles Jackson. Where's the 12 of Dollerton? I saw him get involved in something. Maybe he was further up. Nick Gunther, I think, got involved. Where's Dollerton? I know the 12 was involved in something. Oh, he was involved in something a little bit earlier on. See if we can find out what that was. Oh, this was going into the S's. Oh, well, someone apparently did not tell Dollerton that you're supposed to go around the tire barrier, that you're not taking this portion of the track anymore. And he tries cutting it down through in the regular portion. Look at this. He's going to try and take the regular road. You got to go around, and Dollerton makes a little derp. And he hits the tire barrier. Somebody apparently did not explain the new configuration of this track to Chris Dollerton. But regardless, let's go now and take a look at the incident that happened between Matt McIntire and DJ Curtis. Right, there's Curtis. Let's go back. I mean, this one you kind of saw coming. Alright, let's go all the way back to here. And watch here as McIntire is going to be kind of the one to fire the first shot. It comes down through this corner. And watch how he's going to door bang DJ Curtis right down in here. DJ wheel hops it. He keeps it straight. He doesn't hit McIntire. Then McIntire comes down, and look at this. You can see right there, he almost pretty much turns the car to the right to door DJ Curtis. Curtis says, all right, you're going to do that to me. I'm not going to take that. And watch how Curtis never lets up. Kind of almost cuts the corner here a little bit, and then straight into the passenger side door of Matt McIntire. Matt's going to slide, and he's going to hit that barrier right there. There's no safer barrier there, so that's a pretty hard hit there for the Quaker State Buick. Picking the wrong fight there was Matt. And those two were both en route to transferring into the main event. Matt McIntire may have just ended up costing himself a chance at racing in the main event race here later on this weekend. And we did it. We made it back in time for the green flag that'll come back out here on lap number 7 of 12. So we are halfway home in here in this non-charter race. After that incident, we got a couple more drivers that have retired from the event, including Daniel Gilbert. That's a big one because Gilbert came into this race third in the points. Dougie Shears, T Vernio, and Chris Dollerton have all called it a day. Cody Smart trying to pick up his first win of the season. Right now, as you look on through the top 10, nobody in that top 10 has found victory lane yet this season, so the streak could continue of 6 races, 6 different winners, and Becca Tellier just got hooked by, I think that was Alex Miller. They keep it going. Did that bring out the yellow? Oh, we had another incident with Cole Deaver and Steven Gonzalez, so the yellow's out anyway. Daniel Olson has just moved into second place now, bypassing Caitlin Tsang. Tsang may lose another spot there to Ryan George. They are side-by-side contact. Oh, look out. Here comes DJ Curtis into the mix. Oh, Ryan George. Oh, he just got nailed by, I think that was J Cittadino. The car almost went up into the air. Everybody's trying to scatter to avoid the 91. Cittadino's car is almost disabled there in the grass. Good Lord. And Cody Smart out ahead of all this mayhem. He will lead Daniel Olson back to the caution. There you see Cole Deaver and Steven Gonzalez on pit road. And we are now under the yellow once again. There is Cittadino. I think his day may be over. He hit the spinning car of Ryan George so hard that Ryan George's car almost flipped over. There's no smoke trailing out of the 77, but I would be very surprised after that shot that he might not be done for the day. Gonna have to see as he's coming to his pit stall. Apparently something happened to the 60 and the 66 earlier on, and then we saw an incident between Alex Miller and B Tellier, and yeah, Cittadino's done. So, we're under caution for the third time here today. Big surprise? Not really. Let's take a look at a replay of what happened. This was right at the start, coming to the green. Actually, they had just taken the green. Some contact there between Steven Gonzalez and I believe that's Trace Williams. And then he's going to hook Cole Deaver in the left rear. The both of them going to head towards that tire barrier. And look at this. Steven Gonzalez's car gets caught in the tire barrier. I'll bet Cole Deaver wishes his had, as the car gets caught in the tire barrier and then begins to barrel roll up that sloping hill there through the turn 1 area, and then unfortunately, the momentum of that hill tips it over onto its roof. Wild ride for Cole Deaver in the 66. Let's look further up here now at Alex Miller and B Tellier. There they are. Yeah, Becca just kind of took the turn wide, and Alex Miller was already to her outside. She noses it into the wall. Miller gets involved as well, so that's what happened there. And then, yeah, we're not done. Let's go over here through the S's. Ryan George, with some contact from C Tsang, his car is going to snap loose on him, and I think right there, I don't know if he got the rumble strip or if he just brushed the tire barrier. Whatever the case, there's a shot from Lopez, and then here comes the shot right there where he almost got flipped over from J Cittadino. Look at D Culpepper just squeak his way through. P Minnick and K Shearer do a heck of a job getting through this as well. And that's why I would have been pretty surprised if Cittadino was able to continue. Just could see the velocity of that hit. Surprised Ryan George is still running, actually. Have to see if he retires from the race. Phil Parker going through the grass. So it's survival of the fittest here at Sonoma. Let's go back for the green. Getting ready to go back to green. Couple cars just leaving pit road. J Richardson, Seth Cole, Elijah Gilbert. We'll go back green flag racing with 3 laps to go, and I will be very surprised if we finish those 3 laps under green flag conditions. But I have just been told that we will have a green flag finish in our upcoming Pizza Hut X Series and Hersheys Cup Series main event races, because I've just been alerted that those 2 races will be run caution-free. Any incidents that take place, they will not bring out the yellow flag. So that is a very interesting stipulation put into the rest of the races for this weekend. Cody Smart will restart as the leader, still trying to close this thing out. He's got Daniel Olson lined up in second. C Tsang third. DJ Kurtis, that car looks like it's been through a war zone. He's been beaten and battered and given just as much as he's taken, but he's fourth. Jordan Lopez is now in the 5th position. Got to wonder how up to speed he'll be. He made some contact with Ryan George on that incident back in the S's. D Culpepper and P Minnick, that's 6th and 7th. Right now, they would be the 7 to transfer if things were to end right now. K Shearer lines up in 8th place. 9th place is going to be Tyler Deaver, and Quentin Moore will be the top 10 completion as we go back green. Out of the race after that incident were the cars of J Cittadino, Cole Deaver, and Steven Gonzalez. So 31 of our 42 original cars still running and on the lead lap. Here we go. I think if a caution comes out at any point here now, the race will end under yellow. So I don't think Cody Smart would mind that too much. Green flag back out here, 3 laps to go. Daniel Olson, let's see what he can do with the snap-on Ford. He's right there with him, right on his back bumper. Further back there, K Shearer, Tyler Deaver trying to get by P Minnick. That's for the final transfer spot into the main event race of the Hersheys Cup Series event here later on this weekend. Daniel Olson goes a little wide through that turn. Loses a little bit of ground. There's Minnick right now in that 7th spot. K Shearer trying to catch him. Right now, K Shearer, who came in only 2 points back from Caleb Barrel, running much better than the 95. So K Shearer looks to stand to be the points leader leaving Sonoma. Oh, trouble in the back. That's LaPlante. LaPlante's around. And he might have collected some others. I think that's Christian Merrick Jr. And so I think this race will end under yellow. Yellow flag is out. So this is pretty much the race back to the caution flag. between Cody Smart and Daniel Olson. Who's going to get it? Oh, Olson tried, and he's not going to be able to get there. Cody Smart's going to pick up his first win of the season here in the non-charter series under caution. Let's go back and see the transfer battle, which is right here, I believe, and I think Lopez is just barely going to get that final transfer spot into the main event. Just barely over Quentin Moore, K Shearer, and B Tellier. So the race will end under yellow. We're going to take a quickie look at what brought out this caution and then come back for the final lap. Around the 15th position is where this battle took place between Austin LaPlante and Christian Merrick Jr. I don't know if Merrick turned right or if LaPlante went too wide. Whatever the case, 64 gets hooked. And then the 232 of Merrick Jr. I think got turned by Alex Miller right into that concrete wall. Ryan George got a little sideways trying to get through this as well. And that's basically all that happened. LaPlante got the thing righted, continued on. Christian Merrick Jr. also continued on, but you can see the black smoke erupting from underneath his target Chevrolet. So that's what brought out the final caution of the day. Let's go back for the checkered flag. And we'll just document that we are going to finish this race with another driver behind the wall. Christian Merrick Jr. is now taking his Chevrolet to the garage area, so he will not finish out this race. Cody Smart was able to get around C Tsang, never looked back. The aid of some caution laps is going to be picking up his first win of the season in the Hersheys Cup Series non-charter series. Coming into this race, Cody Smart was running dead last in the point standings. So talk about a driver who needed a good run. Well, he got it here today. Daniel Olson will come away with second. Third place is going to be C Tsang, so a solid run for her. DJ Kurtis, David Culpepper, Paul Minnick, and Jordan Lopez, they will all take part in the main event. I believe for 4 of those drivers, I believe, it is going to be their first start in a Hersheys Cup Series main event race, as Cody Smart will bring them down here to the caution and the checkered flag. Cody Smart will win here today at Infineon. And as I'm looking here, I am incorrect in my assumption. 3 drivers will be making their first start of the season for Hersheys Cup. Main event, Cody Smart, C Tsang, and DJ Kurtis. No, I'm incorrect. It actually is 4. Paul Minnick also will be making his first start of the season in the Hersheys Cup Series main event. So, let's take a look at the official results here. Thanks for tuning in to today's race from Infineon. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Top 7 have transferred into the main event of the Hersheys Cup Series race. And as soon as the standings go official, we will show you point standings. And of course, it will be caution-free racing for the Pizza Hut X Series and Hersheys Cup Series races coming up here later on this weekend. So that should be very, very interesting. It's going to be mayhem, it's going to be chaos, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys next time as you've been watching production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.